So in your growing groups are going to start some seedlings. I feel like there's a disconnect between kids and their understanding of where the food we eat comes from. Farming and gardening is a safe place to fail because Mother Nature is fairly forgiving. Your food doesn't just come from the grocery store. We have spinach and arugula.
This is horticultural science, but we call it urban gardening.
And I wanted kids to see that you don't need a lot of space and tons of soil to be able to grow your own produce.
The way my mom taught me how to do this is you put it in, okay, and then you just press it down.
Initiative for Urban Gardening actually came from the teacher, Jess Butterfield. She grew up in Eastern Washington on a farm. That's a process. Starting a new class, especially one of this caliber, takes a significant amount of money, and to have that come out of the general building budget would have been a real hit.
Yeah, look how small these ones are, bro.
So getting the grant was very important in order to run this kind of course.
I first proposed the class last December or November and wasn't sure that I would get the students behind it, and was incredibly surprised when 134 of them signed up for the class. Someone do the quick math there. How many different crops could we grow in here? It's a class that's going to affect a lot of kids. They're going to be working with hands-on building, planting, transplanting. I think we had pumpkin.
I was going to put it like in the middle.
We submitted a proposal to the district that included, I want to say, over 25 different crops that we would like to try our hand at growing, along with where those crops should grow, what spaces they fit best in, and then the rationales for growing them. But that would be probably where we would put a greenhouse.
Really? Perfect.
I started a little lima bean by seed, and it was so crazy to see it grow and flourish, and transplanting, and to know like I did that.
We started with what the kids wanted to grow, and then we looked at what we could feasibly grow in the classroom.
I started with cilantro. We started with like lima beans and stuff like that, but then like it was just kind of like basic potting plants, but then we started moving forward into going like with lettuces and then like different branching out and stuff like that. It's really, really cool.
By the end of the year, we want to learn how to garden our own, like basically mini gardens.
Knowing, like the seed depth really matters when you're planting things, because I don't think we really took into account how sensitive seeds can be to the depth they're growing in.
I am making a TP trellis for bigger beans and squash.
The students are interested in this idea of like how what we eat affects the environment around us. We've had some time, obviously, with like the weather that's coming in, to take a look at our food systems and how our food is getting from one place to the next, and looking at our carbon footprint. So take a look and pull down all the peas that need to be transplanted.
We hope to see at some point is be able to develop some urban gardening where we can actually donate food to the food banks, and also train kids on how they can have sustainable foods. We're also looking at further collaboration down the road with our culinary class.
It would be amazing. I think it'd be fun to do like a Top Chef thing with the culinary arts, where we grow one plant, or like we come out and harvest something and it's like their surprise ingredient that they have to do something with. I have to say that how it's going so far has been incredible, and it's been more than I could have hoped for. The kids are incredibly gracious in following the things that I'm asking them to do. They've been responsible, and I'm really impressed with all of the things they've been able to build.
What I'm hoping to get out of the class is like experience of like how to actually learn how to garden well and be able to collect my own produce.
Makes me feel good to know that the Innovation Grant team sees the value in our program and the value in what we're hoping to accomplish with getting kids more aware of where their food comes from and teaching them how to grow their own produce.